In this illustration, we'll show how the spring plates, the old worn spring plates, can be removed. The new spring plates can be custom drilled and then replaced back on the frame. This particular frame is of the Key West, Winston Key West. It is got the 2.5 by 5 inch spring plates. Many of the makes and models are similarly done, including the 3-inch spring plates, but you want to pay attention closely to how your particular chair is put together. Key thing is to remember to put it back together the way that it was at first. It is very important, for instance, to put these plates that you see on top here where the bolts are back on the spring plates. That's a very important thing. These are commonly used tools that are for replacing the spring plates. Of course, you want the drill with the 1/4 inch drill bit. You'll need the proper wrench that fits the bolts of the chair you're working with. Some form of clamp helps, a piece of wood to drill the holes on the spring plates so that you have something behind it when you go through it with the drill bit. These are your basic tools that you need. I find the best way to begin in the removal of the old plates is to start with the base as the chair is upside down on a table. Then you can remove the base first from the side that it is connected to the spring plate. Once you completely remove that, remember how that it was taken apart so that you can again put it back the way it was. Again, it is very important to remember that this aluminum plate that you see was placed over the spring plate where the bolts go through. This helps support the spring plate on the frame. It is very important not to forget this metal plate. If you put the bolts in without it, you could have a very serious problem with the working of the chair, and it could even be a hazard as far as the use of the chair. So make sure you always have these plates back the way that they were designed to be on there. Once you have the 4 bolts that support the base on 2 plates removed, of course you want to hold on to the base especially as you're removing the last one, because it's going to tend to fall away. Then you can remove that base out of your way, set it aside so that we can work with the plates from there. Once you go ahead and remove the bolts also on the other side and remove the plates, you'll see this one in particular is quite obvious how that the plate has deteriorated. It is a wear part, and just like your vinyl straps, anywhere probably under normal use from 8 to 12 years, I would say. On average, the straps or these may deteriorate, and they can be replaced. As you know, through our website, Patio Furniture Rehab, we have these available in both the 2.5 inch and the 3-inch wide plates, the fiberglass plates. These are made of fiberglass, and that's what helps give it the spring and the strength. You'll see that they are made to deteriorate the way they do is good, even though that they tend to lose their strength. They won't just, in most any case, and that is, they won't just break in half, which is a good thing. You'll know as they tend to lose their strength of springing back that they're starting to wear, and then they can be replaced. Of course, you have to match the holes on the old plate to the new plate and make sure that they're lined up. So we have this plate, the old plate, sitting on top of the new one. The new one is just slightly longer than the original, which is actually a little better because it gives it a little more support on both ends to help prevent the wear of it. But you see I have it centered there, and I have it clamped. You can clamp it this way with a C-clamp. You can clamp it with vice grips. You can clamp it with like a weld clamp, something that'll help you support it to the other plate and the piece of wood and the table. If you can happen to be able to brace it to a table, that helps too. Give it a good hold so that when you're drilling nothing moves, and when you drill through the new plate you're going to hit soft wood, and then you'll be able to stop so you know how far to go there. Once you have drilled the 1/4-inch holes in both plates, you'll find that if you line it up with the other one side by side, you'll see that we have the holes lined up where they were originally. They're parallel together, even though this plate is a little bit longer, like I said, which can help with the durability of this particular plate. Now the new plates are ready to be installed on the chair frame. I find it best to, of course, turn the top of the chair upside down, put the new plate on, and don't forget the very important metal plates that you see here. All 4 bolts for the top part of the chair. Then as you turn the base part of the chair upside down on the plates, you put the 4 bolts there back, and again remembering the metal plates where they belong, as you replace those bolts and tighten them by hand. Once you have all 8 bolts in place, hand tightened so that they would align properly and not be a problem with aligning, that's why we would hand tighten them first, then you can take your tools and make sure you get them very secure. Pretty good strong tightening here you're going to want for all 8 bolts. It's a good idea after you have used the chair a little bit just to check out the bolts and make sure that they have remained tight, so that you feel confident that they're fairly secure. And it's a good idea even to check them a couple of times during the season, just occasionally, to make sure that everything's working for you. And once you have all things tightened on the plates, then you should be able to turn the chair over and enjoy the chair again.